Welcome to the Triple F Podcast. It's time to dominate your fantasy football league. Here's your hosts, Daddy Lutz and Jay Sheets.
What's going on, everybody? Triple F Podcast, back again. I'm Jay Sheets, joined by Daddy Lutz. Daddy Lutz, how you doing, man? How was your Friday?
My Friday was really relaxing. The daughter had off of school today, so we took her to the pumpkin patch, and we got some pumpkins. It was
wow, nice. Okay, well, that's great. Anyways, let's give the people what they want to hear, and that's some football.
Let's get it.
We got a bunch of injuries to kick off with. I know it's kind of depressing, but there are some key injuries, some key players we got to talk about, and how we're going to pivot off of them and put some studs and some sleepers into your lineups this week and win you some money. So, Daddy, let's kick us off with these injuries.
For the Chargers, Austin Eckler is out, as well as Joey Bosa. For the Packers, Aaron Jones is limited. Christian Watson was limited. Elton Jenkins is questionable. Bakhtiari is questionable. And Jair Alexander is questionable. For the Lions, Montgomery is doubtful. So keep an eye out for Jahmyr Gibbs to get an increase in touches. Jalen Waddle did not practice in concussion protocol. Anthony Richardson for the Colts is officially out. And then the Baltimore Ravens have 7 players that are out on their starting lineup. Justice Hill, OBJ, 2 of their starting offensive linemen, Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Williams. So they're going to be in for a rough day with a lot of number 2s as well. And then Bryce Young is out, and Trayvon Diggs is out for the season as well. So
wow,
that's a lot. That's a lot to take in for sure.
So one of my coworkers came up to me today, and he's like, hey, geez, guess what? Every Monday night game for the last 3 Monday nights, something's happened. It started with DeMar Hamlin, then it was Aaron Rodgers, and then it was Nick Chubb. It's the Monday night curse, apparently. So something to keep in mind here this year. Someone might get hurt every Monday night at this rate.
That is a weird stat. That is a weird stat.
Well, let's kick things off here. We're going to go with the rest of the games that we didn't touch on our last episode. Make sure you check out episode 2 of our Triple F podcast, now on Spotify. So let's kick things off here with Bills versus Commanders. Let's keep things sweet and short. Bills in this one, I got them 17-14. I think people are going to overlook how strong the Commanders defense is. I think it's close. I think it's going to be kind of a boring game to watch. I do want to give an honorable mention, though, to my man Dalton Kincaid. And I guess I can give a shout out to Dawson Knox, but I really like the tight ends from Buffalo all the time. But Kincaid in this one, he's pretty much the only play I like. So let's keep things sweet here. Who you got in this one, Daddy?
I got the Bills 28-17. Commanders have been a bit of a surprise at 2-0.
Okay, 28. Okay. Yeah,
some bad.
So. All right. What's our next game we're going to talk about?
We got the Panthers versus the Seahawks. Seahawks are 6.5-point favorites. I'm taking the Seahawks in a close one.
I like the Seahawks too.
No Bryce Young. We're going to see the Red Rocket Andy Dalton out there, so I'm firing up Adam Thielen in a couple deep plays.
No, thank you. I'm just going to stick with Geno Smith and the boys. DK, Lockett, all that. Lock it in for me. Let's keep things moving, though. Cowboys versus Cardinals. Who you got in that one?
I got the Cowboys 31-20. The Cardinals have been surprising, but I don't think they got enough for the Cowboys. The Cowboys defense is scary.
I like that. I think it's going to be more back and forth. I think it's going to be a lot of Dak Prescott passing and a lot of Dobbs kind of proving he can actually put up points. So people are going to be sleeping on the Cardinals. The Cowboys defense just lost a big player on their defense, so maybe this actually could be closer than people think. I got 31-28 Cowboys. Feels like it could go either way, though. I don't know why. I know people are going to look at me crazy because of how good the Cowboys have been, but it just feels like it could go either way and kind of like a high-scoring battle. But yeah, let's keep things going here. Bears versus Chiefs. This one, obviously, you got Chiefs at home just dominant all the time. Travis Kelce healthy. Patty Mahomes, Isaiah Pacheco, looking really good. MVS, also you could throw in the mix. Tony, I think, is questionable. But then you got Justin Fields on the other side, who has yet to really show how he can be on the field with his legs. Who you got in this one?
I got the Chiefs 38, Bears 10. Bears defensive coordinator resigned on Tuesday, so I don't think the Bears are going to have anything for the Chiefs.
The Bears are bad news Bears. So I got 24-17 Chiefs, not Bears. I almost said Bears for some reason. Maybe I'll go Bears. Yeah, give me 24-17 Bears. I don't know why, but they're just going to go in there and win. Let's keep things rolling here. Steelers versus Raiders. Your Steelers versus the Raiders, who can only get -2 yards rushing with Josh Jacobs, apparently. So you want to take us through who you like on the Steelers and why you think they're going to beat the Raiders this week.
I think the final score is going to be 2016 Steelers. Steelers have been the only thing keeping them afloat. It's going to be a defensive battle here. I think George Pickens will come away with a touchdown, and that'll be about the only positives again for the Steelers. And I think the Steelers will pull it out from the Raiders just like they did at the end of the season last year.
I also got Steelers here, 24-10. I think they're going to have a really nice game against the Raiders and kind of turn people's heads for the season. Yeah, give me Steelers.
We got the Eagles-Bucks next. Eagles are favorited by 5.5. I got the Eagles winning 27-20. Buccaneers have been a little impressive, or I should say a surprise so far at 2-0. But Vegas isn't buying into it.
That's
25%
crazy, actually.
of their opponents' 25% of their opponents' drives have ended in a turnover, which is just not something that's going to happen every game. Gainwell was a full participant at practice on Friday, so he'll be back in the backfield with Swift as well. And I think it'll be a run-heavy game. Eagles 27, Buccaneers 20.
I got Eagles winning as well. Give me Dallas Goedert in a bounce-back spot for all his fantasy owners. I do like DeAndre Swift on the ground as well. Give me 24-17 Eagles.
Go, Eagles, go!
I'm not doing it.
Rams, Bengals. Bengals are favored by 3. I'm going to take the Rams, though, in this one, 24-20. What are your thoughts on the Bengals if there's no Burrow?
No Burrow, I think they can still get it done. They're just going to have to rely on their defense a lot more to give them good field position, and then they can make a nice play call with Joe Mixon or maybe an end zone toss to T. Higgins like we saw the last game. They could also do a little jet sweep with Jamar Chase. We've seen that. So if their defense keeps them in it, I think that Bengals could pull this one out. I'm going to go Bengals 21, Rams 20.
20? Rams 20. Close one. 1 point victory?
Yep.
All righty. Let's get into that DFS.
Game-winning touchdown, actually.
Game-winning touchdown. Who is it? You got to call it.
Game-winning touchdown to Jamar Chase.
All right. We'll see. Let's get into that DFS lineup. Let's win $1 million. What do we got?
All right. Starting out at QB, I think Jared Goff is just red hot on this team. So I'm going to stack him up with Josh Reynolds and St. Brown this week. I'm also going to fuck around and play Gibbs at running back as well because no Montgomery. Gibbs is just going to look really good on the screen passes from Goff. I like it all. I also like Pacheco on the run for the Chiefs. I think they're going to dominate the game against the Bears. So give me the defense for the Chiefs as well. They're going to set up good position for Pacheco. He might have a 2-3 touchdown game. We've seen it before with the Chiefs running backs getting that usage on the goal line. Who else we got here for wide receiver, tight end, flex?
I think, as we called it out yesterday, Chargers Vikings is going to be a high-scoring game, so we're taking Addison as our third receiver. With Jamal Williams being out for the Saints, we're taking Taysom Hill because he gets the reps at QB, running back, and tight end. So we're hoping for a couple touchdowns there from Taysom, and then we're filling out the last spot at flex with Ramondre Stevenson against the good-for-nothing Jets.
I love it. I love it because Addison's going to get that usage. He's going to be lower owned than a guy like Jefferson or Keenan Allen. Even Mike Williams has more ownership than Addison, I think. So thanks for joining us, guys, on this Triple F Podcast Friday. It's been fun. Hopefully we win some money this Sunday. Wow. I just wish it was Sunday already.
I mean, if you're betting on college football, then maybe.
Maybe we'll do that. You never know what can happen here on the Triple F Podcast. We might just start a college football podcast as well. But for now, you guys can find us on Twitter at the Triple F Podcast. My name is Jay Sheeds. It's been fun. Daddy Lutz. Outro.
We'll talk to you later, boys. Peace.